What's going on, guys? It's GBP baby. Welcome back to another video. Hope everybody's doing well, and let's dive straight into things. So we're going to start on the dollar, and you can see hopefully you've watched yesterday's video. If not, I do highly suggest you go and watch it because everything will make a lot more sense. But yeah, if you remember me mentioning in yesterday's video, I was expecting dollar to reverse on Thursday, and you can see that's exactly what we got. So price managed to trade lower. We took out Wednesday's low, which is nice to see, and we're starting to head towards that Sunday opening price, which was also a target I drew out. So yeah, yes, definitely watched yesterday's video, but my point was basically that I wanted to see us trade towards the Sunday level as a draw on liquidity, and then I would start looking for this sell side to get traded to. And moving into tomorrow, I am expecting a continuation lower. Now if we drop down to the 4 hour, you'll see how we delivered. We didn't even trade above this Wednesday high, which is interesting. It shows a very strong level of weakness. You can see how we wicked up into a breaker, and we'll see that on the lower time frames, completely rejecting that 50% level, showing weakness. And like I said, moving into the new day, I want to see us roll into Friday. I want to see us roll over and maybe take out this Thursday low and potentially that Tuesday low. Now I do think these two lows are a bit of a stretch for this week, so I'm not really too concerned about those, but overall I am just expecting price to be able to roll over and trade below this Thursday low mainly. But let's drop down to the 1 hour, take a closer look. And then here you can see how we traded up into a breaker. So high, low, high, high, last down close candle. You can see we tapped into that. So that would have been a shorting opportunity. And then you can see price traded down. And then on the back of the news, we wicked down into that Sunday opening price, which is what I spoke about. And then we're kind of just consolidating a little bit. So they are holding price slightly, but I am still expecting us to just roll over lower. I'm really not expecting much. The highest I'd want to see price trade tomorrow generally, probably this bearish order block. Let me check the 4 hour first. Yeah, it's not really clear, but I'm looking at this because this is the last significant bearish order block. So we'll draw that out. In fact, I was going to clear the charts, but hopefully you can follow along all right. So basically this is the highest I want to see price trade tomorrow. It'll be 50% level off here. Any higher than that I probably won't get involved, but overall, because I'm so bearish, as in I'm expecting price to just roll on down, this will be the highest I want to see price trade because it should respect it, just like what we see happening here. You can see we tap into it and then price is leaving it, so we might not even trade into it at all. We might just roll over straight from New York and lower. This could be seen as a point of engineered liquidity, as in they just created that wick knowing full well Friday might take it on Monday or Tuesday. But my point is I want to see us run below that Sunday opening price and start to give us a down close week with the intention to potentially reach down into our Tuesdays and Monday lows. But it all depends on how much high impact news we have tomorrow and whether it wants to send price like that, because you can see we're in a bit of a strong consolidation, and you can see how much we struggled in the high resistance conditions around here. It's not the best, but it'll be nice to see if we can get some smoother movement as we move lower. But yeah, very beautiful day in general, especially on GBP USD, and we'll start on the daily here as well. And you'll see how GBP traded higher just as anticipated. So we took out Wednesday's low, and then after that we ran right higher, right into these levels, taking out buy side liquidity above here and moving up towards some levels which I delineated yesterday as well, I believe. So yeah, let's go to the 1 hour because I have daily dividers, and you'll see how price traded higher and just rallied on right into the buy side. So yeah, this high, and this high I spoke about yesterday, and this high saying that there's relatively equal highs up here, and I want to see them get taken. And you can see how price has gorgeously traded on higher into that. So moving into tomorrow, I am expecting a continuation. It may struggle a little bit, especially the way it's wicked up and came back on itself. Similar to dollar, you know, we have a bullish order block in this circumstance where I don't really want to see price trade any lower then, so I'm going to be paying close attention to that. But overall I am still expecting a continuation to the upside with these relative equal highs as a nice draw. But yeah, just gorgeous delivery in general, guys, and really nice way to end the week. I think we've had a pretty strong, I think we can agree we've had a strong week this week. So yeah, all good there. And then we have a little breaker here, low, high, lower, low, expansion. So we're probably going to be fiddling around with that a little bit before we see some more expansion. But overall, yeah, just overall, I'm pretty happy with this week in general, but it'd be nice to see if we can see some more expansion. But one thing to take note of is that at this point of the week, we've had our PD arrays traded to. So we've seen our sell side liquidity get traded to, and we've seen our buy side targets get traded to. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm happy with the week. We've delivered to the points which I've delineated, sell side and buy side. We've done it in the way I expected, creating the low first and then traded on higher. So moving into Friday, I'm not really too concerned, and I'm not really going to be forcing anything. And that's something you guys need to take into account as well. Like, once we've reached our PD arrays, and if you remember in yesterday's video I was saying this as well, like yesterday we reached the higher time frame PD array, so I'm happy to wait. I'm not in a rush to get back in, because once we traded to a significant PD array, you know, price needs time to adjust and things, generally speaking. But you can see we traded pretty much straight away to our premium target. So now both have been traded to Friday. You know, it leaves room for error and such. So like, if I am going to be trading tomorrow, it'll be very low risk is what I'm saying. So finish up on Euro USD. Again, similar. We traded obviously down into this fair value gap, which I spoke about yesterday. Came down, touched the breaker, low, high, lower, low. We can draw that breaker out and you'll see how beautifully price tapped into it. This is the beauty of algorithmic price delivery, guys. You can't make this stuff up. Last up close candle, tapped into it once, twice, and then look what happens. We expand higher, running out stops above here, getting back above that Sunday opening price. I do believe this is a Sunday opening price. Correct me if I'm wrong. But my point is, yeah, we're trading higher as we anticipated, and then again similarly I'm looking at the bullish order blocks, not wanting to see price trade below it, as in I want to see us just roll on higher. We've got buy stops above here, buy stops above here, and I'd like to see us start running into these ranges as well. But again, there's no rush with it being on Sunday. We do have high impact news though, so that is something to consider. But yeah, pretty strong day in general. And then we can, what I'm looking at as well is this consolidation right here. The fact that we've traded and closed above it, this is another level of defense, in that if price is going to come down here, it's going to have to do it with aggression. So there's no reason for me to expect it to. So I'm just remaining you know, bullish in that, so long as it's continued to respect its bullish PDA is here, soon to be here, there's no reason for us to be thinking of any opposites, and I want to see us roll on higher. As soon as we break this low, so this bullish order block I'll show you, if we trade lower, say in the early hours of London, and we start breaking the 50% level and running down into here, then for the rest of the day we're probably going to continue lower, and I don't really want to get involved because it's not in line with my expectation. But overall, I just want to see us continue to rally. So yeah, that's going to be everything, guys. Hope you found this insightful. Really incredible week. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Don't forget to drop a like, drop a comment, smash subscribe, join the mailing list, and you can join me over on Discord as well. So yeah, that's going to be everything, guys, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.